is going on, everybody out there in internet land? Welcome back to the Shake Up, guys. We are live and in the building. As you can see, we got the usual suspects. We got JL, the world's greatest misogynist. We got my man Rock in the building, and also joining us today, we got the lovely Erin. That's right, she's gonna come in here and give us her opinion. And of course, last but not least, you got your boy Brad. That's right. That was real unprofessional. I just took a drink of water, but I'm feeling thirsty.
It's
hot shit outside.
It's hot, man.
I'm out here sweating like a Pentecostal priest. So y'all just gonna have to deal.
Sweating like Eddie Long waiting on test results.
You know what I'm saying? Eddie Long in that courthouse. Anyway, I ain't gonna sit here and talk shit about the dude, and hey, whatever. I don't know what he was up to, so who cares? The point is you are rocking with the Shake Up, guys, and today we are gonna talk about the fear that people have of failure. But before we do all that shit, you know how we go. You know we're gonna talk shit. So strap it in. Let's go. What's up, fellas? Ladies. What's happening? What's going on?
Not much, man.
Not much?
Ain't shit going on. Ain't shit changed.
Ain't nothing changed.
Motherfucker still dying.
I thought this heat was supposed to melt Corona, man. This shit's going on.
I forgot about that shit. I forgot about that.
See
What's
what
up?
you're doing.
You forgot about Corona?
No, not Corona.
The cases are going up, though.
No, but they said in the summertime the shit was going to...
They did say.
In the
Heat.
beginning of the shit, the motherfucker said, oh, summertime, don't worry about it.
They don't know what they're doing,
Nigga,
man.
it's been 117
It's
and
been,
the shit's going up.
they
So
guessing.
maybe that's just like a
But I don't think they really know what's going on, though.
No, we know that. They don't know what the hell's happening. They don't know shit.
You could be in the same house with somebody that has it, and you don't catch
And you
it.
don't get it, right?
It's
So
crazy.
God
there's no rhyme or
damn
reason to it.
conspiracy.
It's a plague, nigga. That's what it is.
It's a
Instead of
conspiracy.
locusts, nigga, they put motherfucking Corona.
Like a lot of other shit.
Nigga, it's at 19, nigga. The guy was like, oh, y'all tripping.
It's the end of days. Sprinkle me, baby.
Sprinkle me, baby.
Sprinkle me, baby.
Put that Coronas on them.
I thought y'all was gonna say sprinkle me, man. Hit you with that full E4.
That's it was sprinkle me, baby.
Sprinkle me, man.
I thought it was sprinkle me, baby.
It was
No,
Maine.
sprinkle
Oh
me,
shit,
man.
okay. Well, alright then.
Timer. 40 water.
All y'all suck. I just want to point that out.
That was the shit.
Right, that was shit. But yeah, you know, I'm hoping we have. Yo, football's back in the sport. They had the high school football last night.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody there.
Right.
How do you think that's gonna work, though?
Wasn't nobody there.
Social
Just the same
distance,
way they
man.
have to do it with the NBA.
Professional sports, they got fake cardboard cutouts in Major League Baseball. So I think every 3 or 4 seats.
There's no fans. Period.
No, there's some fans there. They're allowing
When did they
fans back.
start
The
that?
Mets. I watched the Mets game. They've got.
So I shouldn't even.
Yeah, they've got cardboard cutouts.
That's too
I
bad.
seen the cardboard cuts
Yeah.
at the Cubs because I didn't watch the Cubs.
No, professional wrestling. I looked at that because I was.
Bruh.
That's really sad.
Dog.
Really horrible,
That's what I
bro.
was telling you before. But
That
I
and
don't know
UFC.
Dog.
Yeah.
So what you saying is Vince McMahon
No.
is hella mad right now.
Facts. But
Bruh.
what he's doing now for the upcoming pay-per-view is he's having virtual fans where you can buy a seat, sit in front of your webcam at home, and they'll project your image into the arena. So
It's gonna be expensive.
I'm not paying for that.
It's gonna be
I'm not paying.
expensive.
What the fuck is I paying for that?
Well, what I'm
you
going to
get
tell you is
upset.
there are going to be people who will do that.
Yeah,
I
there'll be
know.
people
The
that
wrestling
will.
fans do be going.
Yeah, they be going ham.
straight. But I caught that shit too because I was like, you know what? I was like, what do you mean WWE? I was like, Raw live. What do you mean it's live?
Yeah, it's
So
not
I went and checked it out, man. He's like talking and shit,
Yeah.
looking around, and I'm like, oh, bro,
It's
you
just-
gotta hate
in an
life
empty
right
building.
now.
It's just not the same without the crowd reaction.
No.
You know,
So
same
is it
sports.
fake where you got people in the background like it's like the thing making a sound going?
no white
it's
noise.
So you
quiet.
don't even have no sound.
No, nothing. It's
No,
just
it's quiet.
you just
So
hear
you don't
everything.
have that. It's not the hype, the pomp and circumstance, none of that.
No.
You know how like you watching a sports event and you
Yeah,
see
it's
like,
the crowd,
like somebody
man.
get hit real hard or somebody get dunked on, you go, oh, it's not the same.
I mean,
that.
when you watching
I mean, you still
wrestling,
watch
like
it,
the
but-
big thing about wrestlers when they come out, they do like
Yeah,
dance
the
and all
crowd
that.
be hyping and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like watching. I used to take my son to all
We
the
used to watch
matches.
wrestling
Yeah,
on
yeah,
tour
so
back
when I was a
back in the day, I used to watch it all the
all the
time.
time. But and it's like UFC. I love UFC and I still watch it. But it's just
It's not the
the
same.
same.
It's not the
It's
same.
like practice.
When you see somebody get
Practice?
KO'd in the ring,
yeah,
it's not
it's just
in the cage. Yeah, it's not the
just
same.
playing.
It's not the same.
But I'm gonna watch football.
But you need that crowd energy. You need that crowd noise. So
Me?
let this be a lesson to them owners that you need these fans.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
need the
that
fans to
was-
hype up the players.
I don't think that was ever in question.
Well,
That's the most how they get paid.
Right,
Owner.
especially
Yeah,
college,
ticket sales.
college sports and stuff.
college sports pays for everything.
Yeah,
I saw
It's
this.
a $2 billion industry.
Right.
I saw this meme the other day that said, I forget which school it was, but they said they was going to lose about $80 million because they was going to cancel the season.
Yeah.
And dude said, well, that just proves that this is a college football where teaching classes is just a side hustle.
Right.
But still, I mean, sports
Right.
generate a lot of money for
Well, I
universities,
mean,
man.
we know Big Ten and
Big Ten and Pac-12
Pac-12 ain't
are canceled.
they're not
Wow.
playing. Nope. They said
Yep,
we
they're
ain't
canceled.
doing it.
Everybody else still going. So I'm like, even if you win, and then the NFL got players opting out. Oops.
ain't
They got
gonna hit on
players.
nothing.
They got players opting out. So let's say you win the championship in
It's-
college sports. Let's say you win the Super Bowl this year. Did you really win, or is there
I
an
was gonna say,
asterisk
yeah.
behind it?
Well, here's
Because-
the thing with the
Like,
people
remember that
opting
one
out, though,
time?
like with the NFL, the
You-
people that are opting out, them niggas know they ain't starting. The starters ain't opting out.
I don't believe
I ain't
that.
seen one starter opt
Still
out
though,
yet.
even okay. Let's say your starter goes down. You may not be the best player, but you're the second best in that running back position.
Right.
But now you don't have your second best. Now I got to go to my third string running back, who literally should be on the practice
mean,
squad.
I don't know
Right.
about
Okay.
I don't know about y'all teams. My Titans, they at training camp right now.
Mine too.
My coach.
Getting real strong.
Mine too.
You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, ain't
Getting
none,
strong.
ain't none of the starters opted out. None of them.
You know,
They all
it's
there.
hard for me to get in sports like that. Working at Sport Clips for years, having to watch sports every day. Once I got out of there, I was like, man, F this, okay?
I don't know. I my football, I don't give a fuck if it's quiet as a church mouse. I'll put a fucking sound effect in the background. Hit that button.
Yeah, I'm still
I don't
watching.
really need that for football.
I
I
don't, for football,
Exactly.
I don't need
don't
it.
need that for football.
I don't need it.
I don't need it for
Basketball is a
football.
little different.
I really don't, because I mean it's.
I think you definitely do for baseball, though. Like, I cannot watch a baseball game on the
Baseball's
TV.
kinda-
I can't
But
watch
once
kinda
you,
quiet
once you,
anyway, yeah.
once
I
you're
gotta-
Golf is
in
not
the,
affected.
Right.
Golf is not affected
That's
at
a
all.
so what you saying? Tiger Woods is scored that he retired.
Yeah.
No, he's still going.
He's
And-
still playing.
and he got his
Just
son
not-
coming up.
Not
They
just
said-
so anyone would notice.
They said his son is better than him. His son's playing, and they showed a couple of highlights of his son. They said that motherfucker shot
Trying to
300
hype him
par.
Wow.
Hype
Like,
up
for
the
those who
little
don't
boy.
know, that's
Yeah, that's
really
really
good.
good.
That's really good. And he's young, like mad young. Oh, okay. My turn. I got to go into my current event today.
Before you do that, I just wanted to say that really sad that we can't go see baseball games because my Cubs is looking pretty good too.
Cubbies.
I'm a Mets fan.
But other than that,
Yeah.
sorry, please.
Raise
go
a
ahead.
W.
I'm a Mets fan, but that's what's up.
Chi-town all the way through.
Okay. I'm trying to make this quick. I've been locked in a 2-day Twitter battle, man, between myself, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Yeah, I know. Autumn Joy Live. She's a radio show host out of North Carolina, but she was on Flavor of Love. She was one of the Flavor girls.
I don't remember.
Okay,
Them
yeah,
hoes.
it's
But
another,
New York.
just another ratchet.
I remember New York and the one that shit on them.
Well, what was
Yeah.
her name on Flavor of Love?
Shit.
Skeety McSkeet.
Yeah, something.
What'd you say
Skeety
her name
McSkeet Skeet.
was?
Seasons. I think it was Seasons. I
Oh,
think.
What'd you say her name was?
Autumn Joy
go
Live.
see. Hold on,
Yeah.
let's go see.
She was one of the Flavor of Love girls. Anyway, they were having. It started off with the Megan Thee Stallion Tory Lanez thing, where apparently he shot her in the foot.
They said she was beating him up.
Precisely, but we don't know anyway. So, yeah, that's her. That's her. Yeah, not bad looking broad. So, the Autumn Joy Live comes on Instagram and she says, "We gotta cancel Tory Lanez," and it's the responsibility of you men to protect our black women. Here was my reply, simple reply: I refuse to take responsibility for a grown adult.
Fair enough.
That woman made the choice to date a man who has a propensity for violence, and he was violent towards her. She brought it on herself. That sparked a battle. I've been blocked by at least 8 people on Twitter, and they've been going in. I still hold strong on my position. I still believe you're an adult. You made that choice to date. I hate using the term thug, but you made the choice to date a thug. You get what comes with dating thugs. That means you might have to hire some work. You might have to hold this pistol.
Well,
you might have to get your ass whooped.
Were they dating though? Because I was reading.
That'd be
It's
real fucked up if they wasn't.
it's one blogger. His name is Khaled or something like that. He was saying that Tory Lanez was actually dating her best friend, and she was sliding in on the under. And so that's where it started at. And they said that she was actually shot from the back or something like that. I'm just reading the blog. So she don't know who shot her.
Look, I seen your boy Tommy Sotomayor showed the picture of the foot.
It looked like
yesterday.
a cut.
It looked like a cut.
It didn't look like a bullet
It
hole.
looked like I seen niggas get shot.
So
I
what you
seen
saying?
niggas bullet wounds.
Right.
Basically, gonna be
It
targeted
look-
again in a minute.
Like
Bow,
my man
bow,
said,
bow.
it looked like she stepped on glass.
Right.
It didn't even look like
No,
that.
but she came out. She did an Instagram live. She came out and she said, the whole time I've been quiet, I didn't say nothing until they started dragging me. She's like, but he did shoot me. He did this, and y'all shouldn't be attacking me. You should be attacking him.
Well, who attacked? Oh, cause she didn't have her brace on.
I don't know.
What happened when she didn't have her? So she was out at DJ Khaled's house, and there's a picture, and she has on like some Chanel slides, I think, or something like that. And they were saying that it couldn't have been real because she don't have none on her foot. But if she was really just grazed in the foot, and I'll be looking at me. She a big ass woman.
She a big ass
Hey, if you
girl.
beat my ass, I'm gonna shoot your ass too.
We talked about that on one of these shows. I'm like, she's 5'11" or 6 feet, about a good 200. That nigga's 5'3", 120 pounds.
He was like quick on what's his
I'd
name?
shot
What
you.
was that?
Oh, Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. He did like quick on Harlem Nights. She said, "Oh, so you gonna shoot me in my pinky toe?"
Oh, right, facts.
Della Reese got it worse than Megan Thee Stallion.
She lost a toe.
She lost a whole toe.
So a whole toe.
She got grazed.
But anyway,
Sounds like.
that sparked up the whole debate, and I'm still going through it. They still in it. Before we started today, I was still going back and forth to people. This girl called me. What do you think the reply was? Or from these people, what do you think they said?
Well, judging from the
sexist,
people
maybe?
that you named off, it probably was in opposition to what you said. That's just my guess.
You just no. It was just admit you hate women.
One dude who's like probably the single most
Biggest.
He's probably not the greatest, but he's definitely up there.
Surprisingly, Dr. Boyce Watkins agreed with me.
Really,
We were on the same page. He said she made this choice. It's not the responsibility of men to same thing I said. It's not the responsibility of men to protect you from your own decisions. You're an adult.
that's true.
And see, and I almost sent y'all this thing the other day, but there's this young black chick and there's this white dude. I don't know what was said before the question of the cameras came on at a certain time, and they showed you. But this young black girl was hauling off, whooping this young
In the
white
grocery
He
store,
was a
gas
drug dealer.
station.
No, they was at home.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a gas station. It was a
Okay.
gas
He kept putting
station.
his hands up,
And he-
and I'm waiting. In my mind,
I'm like, crack her, dude.
I'm waiting for like this dude to haul off and body her.
Yeah, but he kept saying, "Go get your brother." He's like, "Go get your
Yeah.
brother. Just go get your brother." He's like, he said, "I'm not gonna hit
made
you.
the
You're a
decision to
female."
attack. If this man would have hauled off and shot you or whooped your ass,
Yep.
I wouldn't say shot.
And-
Tased you, pepper sprayed you, gave you one of these.
The tiger uppercut.
You made that decision to go ahead and do
Facts.
that.
I'm
Man.
gonna tell you something.
I don't.
What?
You could detain, or I don't say detain, but I believe that every person, whether it be a man or a woman, has a right to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're hitting me, now I'm not saying that I would take her
the shit out
take her
of
to the ground and pound
Ground-
her.
ground
you know
and
what I
pound.
mean? I'm not gonna do that, but at the same time, if you're hitting me, I'm like, that's just
Yeah.
basic instinct to. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
Well,
that's
I
natural.
can
you know?
speak to that. When I like my first boyfriend, like I'm always like when I get mad, it's just like I'm cool, then I black out. You know what I'm saying? So I would get mad and I would fight him, and thank God his parents raised him right, because he wouldn't hit me back. So the first time he was like, "All right, Aaron, don't do that no more." So the second time, he kind of grabbed me and shook me, and I was like, "You know what? I'm
You
going
done
back
learned your
about that."
lesson.
And he called the police on me, but
Good.
the
You
thing
should have
about
went to
that,
jail.
Should've.
no, I
Yeah,
don't go to jail.
yeah, absolutely.
But the thing about that, though, that I learned is, one, I don't want to go to jail. Two, I don't want him putting his hands on me.
But you
So
learn.
that made me keep my hands to myself.
Exactly.
So I feel like if you good enough to pass a lick,
You good enough to
you
take
good.
them.
I do that. I handle that with my kids, just like my kids. Oh, so you gonna hit them back?
Because that's no different than dealing with a bully.
Well,
if you don't punch your bully in the mouth,
Your
you
bully
know,
gonna
that
keep
bully gonna
on
keep
bugging.
fucking
Right.
with you.
Well, I know you guys don't watch Marriage Boot Camp reality
No,
stars.
Hell
not
no.
at all.
So you remember the girl Tahiri or something like that
Yeah,
that was with
Puerto Rican chick
that,
with
yeah,
fat
she was
ass.
with Joe
Joe
Budden.
Budden, yeah.
Well, she's on there now with this dude named Vado. So what happened is, and this it really kind of made me mad. So she started dinging him with these apples, just like whoosh, whoosh, just throwing them at him. And so later on in that night, they have like the big group sit in the room and talk about everything. So I think the counselor said something. He just got up and started choking the dog shit out of him.
Good.
And so everybody's like, oh
Yeah.
my God, they should
I'm
have
that
done
guy,
something to
yeah.
him. But they're telling
No.
him he should apologize for what he did to her.
Absolutely not.
Now, no, in no way was he right for putting his hands on her, but y'all still ain't spoke to what she did to him.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
man,
would say he should have choked her when she was throwing the apples.
Yeah.
Did not come back later. Then
Oh, it wasn't at the same time?
No, but you know
Oh,
what? I'm gonna
okay.
tell you something
Well, no,
about
I
me.
figured this
Some
out.
people have a delayed reaction and stuff. You know how something happen, you sit there and you still on there like this motherfucker really got
called
me fucked
post-traumatic
up.
stress.
Like I have a delayed reaction and stuff, and so sometimes when I go off, it be minutes later and people like, what? No, that's because I've taken this from you, I've
To
taken
think
that from
about
you.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that's not right. Like she has security around her. He can't be in the house. Like all those things. Like they never said anything about her apologizing to him.
Because
But-
accountability is a woman's kryptonite, damn it. I done said that 1,000 times.
I believe-
You
I don't
can't-
know.
You gotta hold them
So
accountable.
let me understand. Do they live together?
No, but on the show, they're in the
Oh, you
house
mean
for
the
like 2
house
weeks.
on the
Like-
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a real
So
world
he's in a
or something.
hotel. And my thing is, and this is just mine. No, he wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he could have handled himself better, but why are you holding him accountable and you're not holding her accountable? So he's the aggressor and she the victim. Had she not thrown them apples at him, it probably would have been a different outcome. Keep your damn hands to yourself.
Now, here's my turn. My opinion on the matter is what I believe quite simply. I agree with you. You good enough to pass a lick, you're good enough to take one. I agree with what you said. You know, that's a natural reaction. But I also believe in consequences. I believe equal and opposite reaction. I believe you're going to learn from your mistakes. So if she throw apples, you hit you hit her with a car. I want you to learn. Hold on, wait. Let me explain.
Hey, see my face
Let me
up.
explain.
A
You hit
car.
me with an apple, I'm gonna hit you with a car. You haul off and punch me in the face. I'm going to throw you on the ground, and I am going to UFC ground and pound you. Here's why I say that: because that scar will be a permanent reminder to never do that again.
You don't think that's overkill?
I'll sit in jail 6 months. Fine. Don't want to, but when I get out, you'll still have that scar
I hear you
and a
talking that tough
reminder.
talk. You ain't going to jail.
I'm not going to jail. I'll
Yeah,
run.
he-
I will run.
Right. You
I'm
said,
telling you.
I'll sit in jail.
No, I'm
you are not built for
no,
jail.
I tell you, everybody every day, I'm not built for jail. That ain't me.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
passport and money. I'm gone. You'll never see me again. I promise. But the
He
point
was
is,
shaking his fanny pack
you will be
on
grounded.
fans only.
You will be. I already said I'm gonna start a fans only. That ain't nothing
Oh
new.
man.
But I
Gross.
believe in consequences. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. But I do believe in consequences, and you got to learn from your mistakes.
I believe in consequences.
I just
too.
think that you can't hold one person accountable when she was the main aggressor.
Either you have to hold them both accountable, or you have
Right.
to admit that out of the two people, that the one that you're holding accountable should be the one who also has the power. Just
Explain that.
saying.
So
I'm explaining it. What I'm saying here is, if men and women are supposed to be equal, then they should both be held equally accountable.
Right.
By saying that he's accountable and she isn't, you're basically saying he's more responsible, which means he should wield the power in the relationship, complete and total. If he's going to be held accountable for shit that he,
I get what
he
you're
didn't
saying.
even
Women
do.
are, I get what you're saying, 'cause women
well, he
always
did
want to
do
be.
that, but
Women always want to be held accountable, but when it comes to certain things, like, okay, you can't take out the trash, but you can.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
right, just I mean, I believe there are certain dynamics to male and female relationships. What I don't like is when they try to make it seem as if, women are these infallible beings. Well, we all know that's not the truth. Don't do that. But at the same time, I don't want to give passes to bad dudes to beat up women either. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that either.
We
know?
definitely didn't.
There's a comfortable medium here that everybody wants to just dance around because nobody wants to say, oh, you know what, shit, I was wrong.
Instead of, why can't you just accountability, man? Take responsibility for your own actions. If you do it's called risky behavior for a reason. You took the risk because you felt like the risk outweighed the reward. The reward outweighed the risk. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, like gambling, anything else. You win, you lose. But you don't lose all your money and then ask the casino for your money back. Be like, hey, I didn't mean to lose that much. That's consequences.
Now you can't pay your card.
Same thing. If you date a thug, you out here, or you know he a wild boy, and you seen him wild out and shoot the club up, don't be surprised when he shoots you in the foot. Or he whoop you. That comes with the territory. You made those decisions.
I mean, I just feel like he felt like his life was in danger because she a big Amazonian as a woman.
Vegas, I'm
He
thinking
seen
more
his
like
life
what
flash
happened
before his eyes.
with the other couple where, he that's post-traumatic stress. I mean, he probably just, that's not the first time she's hit him.
Who, the show I was talking about?
That's not the first time.
I don't even know if it's that, but for men, if they had been at home, he probably would have took it. Yeah, he probably would have took it differently had they been at home. But if we about to be on national TV and you just zing like she was fucking him up with them apples. Like,
because what you're asking someone to do, right, in a situation like that, what you're asking someone to do is, if I have to decide on whether or not I'm gonna get embarrassed, you're gonna get embarrassed, or we both are, it's either gonna be you
or both.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell people,
right.
I used to tell people that when I was a manager at Sport Clips. Hey, listen, if it come down to me or you, it's got to be you.
It's got to be you.
I'm gonna have to take you right on out the game.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say, I've been in situations where somebody's talking crazy to me in public, and when I start talking crazy to them, then they want to play victim.
Exactly. Now let me ask y'all this.
We know
what would have happened if he had hit her with the apples? If he not choked her, but if he had, and she didn't throw, what if he had just started off?
Been the biggest
Exactly.
No, what if right at that moment he had started hitting her back with the apple?
No.
No, what I'm saying, it still would have this. It would still have an even worse effect.
He'd have been that evil motherfucker.
You would have been an evil guy. You should have been throwing apples at a girl. You're exactly.
Right.
I mean, that's the point I'm trying. Anyway,
that's the point I'm trying to get at. Is that she can throw apples at him, no consequences, no harm, no foul. She's just angry. Women are emotional. This kind of thing happens when they get emotional. But he throws apples at her, and it's World War III.
And I'm tired of that excuse too.
Okay.
I hate it when people say women are emotional.
You're nuts.
I mean, I get that, but I guess maybe because I really try to work more with logic. Like even when I flip out, I always try to go back and be like, I'm saying, like me and JL talk all the time at work, and I was like, I go back and I replay some shit like, yeah, I was kind of fucked up for doing that, and I hate people that don't do that. You just act right off the cusp. Like usually when I'm going off about something, there have been precipitating factors that have brought me to that point. Because people get shit off on me all the time, and I be like, okay, you got me that time. We gonna wait till the next time. So by the time I done blacked out and I'm on your ass, I should have got you 2 fucking times ago.
But you see that the whole blackout, that's part of the emotion though.
Exactly.
Well, we all have that. But what I'm saying is,
I've never blacked out.
Whoa.
No, I have.
I have, but I've learned to control it.
No, not from anger.
Blacked out from anger?
Not from anger.
Oh,
not from drinking. I'm talking about anger.
No, I'm talking about anger.
Oh, okay.
Right. Blacked out from anger.
I mean, it's not that I blacked out, but you know how
I went there.
I'm a person I'm either a black or white person. I'm either real cool, you know what I'm saying, or either I'm just there.
Technically, he's a black or white person. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm speaking metaphorically.
I know,
right.
I know, man.
Or
don't just keep going. Keep going.
What I was saying was like, it's like no, I don't really have a gray area with things. So that's the issue that I kind of work with. So when I see females and I'm like, what are you mad about? Because you did this, so that's why
Yeah.
You cannot get mad about something when you played a party. You played party to this.
Right.
Or you had sex with him before y'all had a whole relationship, but now you mad because he don't want to be with you. Told him that's what y'all was doing.
Right. Let me give a perfect example, and then we can move on because I know we
Yeah, because I
limited on
got a
time.
subject.
So yeah, so the perfect example of this, that show Cheaters. Y'all remember that?
Fucking love that show.
I love that show. But
stabbed
anytime,
up.
exactly, when little buddy Joey Greco got stabbed and thrown off the boat, loved it. I cheered. But you think about it like
I never
this.
saw that part.
It's a great
it's
show.
a great episode.
It's a great
That was a
episode.
great
It's classic.
episode.
You can find it on YouTube.
It's on YouTube,
Yeah, but think about it like this. Anytime the woman catches the man cheating or in a compromising position, she runs, she slaps him, she hits him, and all that. And security lets it go. Don't let the situation be reversed. Don't let the tables turn. They won't even let him get near the girl because they feel like she has to be protected. She's cheating whore just like him.
I seen no
Well, that's a
cheaters.
ratings thing. You know, they like to see beat him up.
But I saw one.
I seen she got laid.
She got laid. Oh, it was the white dude who laid out the.
Laid
Yeah,
her
that was
out.
my favorite. I rewind
And her
that
nose
part.
bleed and everything.
Yeah,
I
and
seen
all
that
that was
one.
busted
Wow.
open. He was, and she was like,
She was leaking.
she was still hitting him, and he called her cheating, but she was the aggressor and was hitting him, and he's like, I just caught you cheating. What are you doing? And he just turned his head. And he was like, bow, and cracked all that. I was like,
He was tearing everybody up that show.
that was hilarious. I
I
died
love that
laughing.
show, man. That's my shit.
So yeah, that anyway.
Okay. well,
For
what
all
about-
you on YouTube or Facebook Live, if you want to see the rest of the show, come over to YouTube. We're at These Shake Up Guys on YouTube, and we'll finish this discussion. Come on over. Other than that, bye.
What about that Sweetie Pies thing?
Didn't
What's
he
Sweetie
hold
Pies?
somebody hostage or something?
No, the grandson on Sweetie Pies, a son, he paid the stripper, and I guess so. What happened is years later, the FBI has come back,
Oh, we got
and
check.
so
What
what?
is Sweetie Pies?
Sweetie
I was
Pies
just
is a
about to
restaurant
ask.
in
It's a
St. Louis.
bakery in St. Louis.
It's like it's like it's a
It's a
restaurant,
yeah.
in St. Louis.
Okay.
So what happened? So they had a TV show. I don't know if it was on A&E, Lifetime, or one of them. But the guy was named, I think his name was Tim Norman. So he had a $450,000 life insurance on his nephew, and now they're saying that he had his nephew, because I don't know for sure. They're saying that he had his nephew killed, and there's a stripper that he paid that was in it. It's a big thing that's going on.
In St. Louis.
Well, he's in California,
Oh.
but they have
none of
it's all over the internet now. So you paid to have your nephew killed.
I don't even know. I didn't hear it. I've never heard of Sweetie Pies
But
until
you
just
know,
now.
I
don't
had
know
the
nothing about
worst.
this.
I had the worst. I felt bad because I'm reading everything, and I'm looking at a picture of him, and I'm like, he built like his grandma. Hips just big as that, just knock knees. I don't know what.
Well, yeah, he needs that bread to keep his lifestyle up. That's what you saying.
Basically,
Yeah, he got knocked off his
Like, he
nephew.
should never wear no fitted nothing.
That's why I'm always kind of, unless they family or something, like my beneficiary or my policies or my sister. So the only person that's standing benefited my death is her.
Well, so then I was thinking about it. So I was I always watch while I'm at work. I watch reality shows. So I was thinking about
Ratchet television.
Jennifer from the Basketball Wives.
Never, don't even know what that is.
Right. So Jennifer from the Basketball Wives, she used to date him, and when they broke up, she had to get a restraining order because she was like in fear of her life. So I'm thinking to myself, like, she dramatic, she is crazy. So when all this happened, I was like, damn, he was really over there fucking her up. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe she ain't crazy now.
You never know. It's just, the media has a funny way of just showing one side of.
But when is it not enough? Like, you would pay to have your nephew killed?
People, it's
Well, this has
about
been going on
money.
All the
Nothing
time.
surprises me when it comes
Yeah.
to
The first
money.
two murderers were brothers.
Cain and Abel, baby.
It's nothing when it
Not
comes
to
to
know when
money.
the soldiers
I am not
say.
shocked by anything anyone does to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially the way you say he was built. You think he gonna pull hoes with looking regular?
Them high hip ass.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Looking like fucking Jessica Rabbit. He ain't pulling no bitches looking like that.
Said he
Say
built
some,
like, damn it, I'll bite you.
I'm just saying. I mean, motherfuckers will do whatever to maintain whatever lifestyle they feel like they desire or
Big facts.
feel like they're grown accustomed to. Which is, I think,
Okay,
it's
so
the
this
biggest
is
bunch
him.
of bullshit I've
Now
ever
look
heard
at
of
the-
in my
look.
life. How you gonna grow accustomed to a lifestyle that you didn't create for yourself?
Like a female R. Kelly.
That
Like
doesn't
I'm
make any
thinking,
sense.
I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, dang, I ain't even got
showing me
hips like
That
that.
dude's feminine.
That's the picture I seen.
That's the dude knocked off his.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Well.
And you know, it was recently.
Maybe in
It
this
was
case,
probably
it was
maybe it wasn't even a year ago
his boyfriend
that
wasn't-
the mother of his child was saying like they don't really fool with him. They don't fool with his child, and he doesn't fool with his son and different things like that. So now I'm thinking about all this stuff, you know, and they making it seem like everybody else crazy,
Sound like some
but now it's
drama
him.
shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
I get it, and that's a hell of a story, man. Dude might actually what?
That shit happen all the time, man.
Yeah, dude's probably gonna get raped in prison or whatever.
I mean, is it
Wow.
really
With
rape
those hips.
if you want it? I mean,
He got childbearing hips, man. So.
it's rape if you take it.
Well, yeah. That's why I said the Tiger King, man. I was like, ain't that like him going to prison like a sunny resort? And like, ooh, the dude's
Like a
gay as
fucking-
hell,
Like you
man.
want to read like you want a fucking special super truck.
Yeah, you won the grand prize.
Swingers Club.
You gonna get poked and stroked.
That's the biggest swingers club there is.
Poke and stroke. Here we go in today's topic,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's
Right.
get to it. Get to it while we still have the motivation to do so.
There we go.
Right.
Today's topic was actually born out of our special guest here today. She brought up the topic of, don't look all happy like, yeah, I did this one. Shit, fuck off. She actually came up, she was like, do you think fear can be crippling?
Yes.
Yeah, seen them thousands.
How? Can I finish my monologue?
ahead with your monologue.
Thank you, appreciate it. How fear can be crippling for some and how it can just completely immobilize people where they're afraid to take chances and move on to that next level because they're afraid I'm gonna fail. So they won't even try. While you've got other people on opposite sides of the fence who are like, fuck it, I'll have 4 failed businesses. The 5th one might work. And they don't care, they just keep going. So it was interesting. It brought up a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to touch on it and have a
This shit been
discussion.
going on. Let me tell you when this shit started. And you can tell
You sound like somebody's granddad right now.
when
Cheers,
in
motherfucker.
high school, you would know the motherfuckers that was gonna be something in life. And you could tell by the mall scene. This could be an average looking nigga or even an ugly motherfucker, right? And then you got, a sort of decent dude. The decent dude's a little shy. He a little shy. He don't want to talk to the females. Now you got this motherfucker over here, ugly as shit. This nigga talking to 20, 30, 40 females. He gonna get at least 10 numbers. And this motherfucker over here ain't gonna get shit. He gonna be a virgin till he a goddamn senior. He ain't gonna get no type of, because he's scared to talk to people.
He's scared to take that
That's
chance.
when it starts. And that's gonna go into your fucking job. That's gonna go into the way you think and all that, because you're scared to get up out your shell.
I
I
disagree.
wasn't a tenderoni in fucking high school. I wasn't pretty. I was getting them. You feel me? I was getting them. You just gotta, hey, go for that shit.
Okay.
And
I
that's in life.
disagree because I think what you're saying is really kind of a surface thing. I think a lot of things, especially in the black community, it has deeper roots that we really don't explore. We can almost go back to slavery. It's always the strongest ones. The ones who have a real strong personality. If you break them, then everybody else fall in line, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
that's before slavery.
That was
Right.
the
Well,
consensus.
That's the art of war.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
It's prison mentality. Find the biggest one in the yard and knock
So
him
the
out.
thing is, and after a while, it just keeps going. It's a perpetuated thing. I was speaking just to my niece. She's trying to go into interior design, and she's really trying to learn and do things, but she's dealing with people that, they want to do that. Then when she starts picking up stuff, going, I don't want to spend that much, or what, I was gonna do that, and that's not what the thing is about. It's we don't support each other. What I was saying to somebody, I was like, I want to be around people that's gonna push me. Like, hey, so did you do that yet? Because I remember you was saying you was gonna do that. Like, you want to be around those people, not people who do that. And so when you have people that are constantly around you that either break you down or just see you stagnant or and are okay with that, then it's just like that it just grows. And you're like, maybe not. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
man, I don't disagree with you on that one.
Okay.
Because it's a mindset. I mean, there could be people that told Tyler Perry living in this fucking van. He ain't never gonna be shit. And if his mindset says he ain't never gonna be shit, he ain't gonna be shit.
You're right.
If in his mind, it don't matter what none of these motherfuckers is doing around him. Don't matter what none of these motherfuckers is saying to him. He's gonna make that achievement.
Right.
If
And you're
somebody
right.
come to this motherfucker be like, Jay, you ugly as fuck. You ain't never gonna pull no bitches. If Jay think that, he ain't gonna. Jay pulling motherfucking bitches off under. Just what niggas do. It's a mindset.
Well, and that was the conversation that I had with JR. I have a cousin, and I will tell you, when even if it's not working, but if she sees something, she will move on to the next thing. And I'll be like, dang, like, I wish I had that. But for me, I want to, when I present something, I want to present it in a perfect package instead of presenting a package that I can grow from. And that's where the fear of failure is, because if it doesn't end up right like I want it, then I feel like I can't do it. Like, pride is a big issue with me. So it kind of always, kind of plays into things.
Okay, so yours isn't so much a fear of failure. It's more so prideful. I want to present a perfect package every time.
I think it kind of
see, that's
all
what-
that. Well, no, it kind of all is encompassing too.
I understand, and I can see where that would be crippling also, because some things grow. You build into perfection. My dad was, like I tell everybody, my dad was a small business owner for over 32 years. Never took out an ad, never advertised on TV, newspaper, radio, nothing. Everything was word of mouth. Business did not start off perfect.
Right.
It grew into something phenomenal because he worked and worked and worked. He started with next to nothing, he and my mother, and built that into something phenomenal because they worked at it. So if they had had that mindset where if it's not perfect straight out the gate, then I don't want to do it, they would have never done it.
And also, I also want to take that back because I also agree with you. Now, it's just like when my wife started her businesses. You know what I'm saying? There's times where she's like, well, I need this machine. It's $300. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I'm like, babe,
Get this
if this is gonna do this for you, pop it off. Get it. She's like, you know what? You're right. Boom.
And that's
so I
the
get
thing,
what
yeah.
you're saying on that. It does help to have somebody in your corner.
Well,
and stuff
I
like
look
that.
into all that stuff. So I don't know if you guys have you ever heard of Susu? It was like this big black thing. When slavery was kind of over with, it was called Susu. What happened is, and a lot of different cultures or races do that now. Like the Asians do. Like when they open the hair store, it's like everybody kind of come in, they put into that, and then once you're making a profit and you're doing good, you help the next person.
Right.
So that was kind of what black people were doing at one point.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you are building people up and you making them feel like, and that's why I always say this all the time, I don't want nobody around me who's not pushing me, or we on the same things, we growing. Because the thing is, when you are around people who are not helping you grow, who are not feeding you mentally, spiritually, like what's the point?
I agree with that, actually. If you not
Separate yourself.
And especially when you are
It's not gonna work.
a person that, like, I am a big procrastinator,
Right.
So I need somebody who's really gonna, like, when you're not around people who are holding you accountable and building you up, it's easy to kind of fall back, and then you take off one day, and one day leads to 1 week, and 1 week leads to 1 month, and then after that it's like, I forgot I was going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I missed out on a job one time because of one fear of failure. I was like, I'm probably not going to get it anyway. I know I would have. I had a really good shot because I met the qualifications, but I was like, just was that, and because of procrastination, I put shit off to the last minute.
I do too.
But piggybacking off what you said, I've had family members tell me about opportunity, or I've had opportunities and I've had family members tell me, well, why do you want to do that? Why you want to take that chance? Man,
Right.
this is life-changing money they offering right here.
Right.
This is that I'm a ball out every weekend on y'all ass.
Right.
Kind of money.
Right.
And I've had family members tell me, well, just stay at the factory. You're okay. Just work at that factory and be happy.
Right.
Be content with that. And I'm like,
Well,
why
that's just
the
one
fuck?
of those situations where
Where'd you
you
tell
can't
me that?
allow their fear to be
Right.
made into
Yeah.
your own fear.
But
Right.
Which is
sometimes,
something I think you would
sometimes
do.
it's easier
It's
to kind of
It's easy for
just
people to
not.
fall into that,
Yeah.
and say, well, I didn't do it because they didn't think I could do it, and I didn't think I could do it. I mean, that saying where they say the person who thinks they can and the person that thinks they can are both right is very true. Like, you cannot go into a situation, wherever the situation may be, and expect to lose or to fail. If you do that, you've already lost. You've lost before you ever
That's facts
started.
right there. That's real shit.
You've lost before you even tried, which means there is no point. If you don't think you can do it going into it, then what was the point?
Well, I can give you a key example. When I first started out in this line, you know, I went in there. I had all these nice products. I had I forget what it was at the time, and then, you know, it was the one of the top things that women were using for relaxers and all those things. And I was with a girl who was at the time my friend, and she didn't have anything. She was actually using some of my stuff, and it's like now, because she kept going, she's doing good. And I mean, I have a good job, but that job is not my passion. Like when things got kind of difficult and things got, I chose what was easier.
Right.
What I knew I could get some satisfaction from instead of working at it. Because I look at a lot of people and a lot of the things they do, and I'm like, man, I'm way better than that. But you know, the difference in them and me is they said they're gonna stick with it, and so that's what I'm working with right now.
No, that's life. That's how you determine the winners and the losers. Is the winners actually believe there isn't anything they
Right.
can achieve. Even if they fall short, they still
Right.
went into that with a winning mentality. I can win. I can do this.
And that's what I was telling somebody. I was like I've been talking about, you know, when I came across, I signed a 3-year contract with my job. So I'm thinking like, okay, so my 3-year contract is up. You know, I can go home right at that. But I'm like, yeah, but you know, I got good benefits. My kids got health insurance. I got health. I've been without health insurance. When I first started my job for 2.5 years, I didn't have health insurance.
Holler at me. I get
You know,
right.
so plug. But yeah, so and you know, I really don't pay anything for health insurance. So those kind of things, they lull you into this false sense of you being comfortable, and that comfortable it leads to stagnation. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause when I started, I was still doing hair and everything, but I got tired. I got tired of bad clients. I got tired. So I would be in the shop. I would get there like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't leave till 3 o'clock the next morning, because you have to, just like you're training yourself in a business. And that's what I was saying about black people. You were saying that black people aren't right. We have not been trained.
What?
No, you were saying that. You was like, I hate black people. You know, you
No,
were
I
saying
didn't
something
say
like
that.
Well, you
I said
something
black
too.
folks are hard to do business
Well,
with.
right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
There you go.
But I
Don't
was
put
kind
that
of.
in. No.
I didn't do it.
Let me
But
pause
what-
you right there, buddy.
First of all, we love black people.
Yeah, don't get.
We
I hate
niggas.
niggas. I had
But what I was saying-
ILBBNH.
Right.
But
We love black
HN. I love blacks, but I hate niggas.
But what I was saying was, I was talking to a friend, and this girl had posted this thing about somebody having. They started selling clothes, and they were like, well, you can get this on Alibaba for this much, so why they selling? And I'm like, you know, people who have not ever had a business, they don't understand things. Like, I see things a lot differently now that I've been in that than I did before. So yeah, you might pay $30, but you gotta understand, I gotta get it shipped from China, because that's where most of the stuff is coming from. Then once it get here, depending on if I got a brick and mortar building, I gotta pay for the rent on that. If I got employees, I gotta pay them, not only pay, you know, into unemployment and things, and people don't look at those things. But Tommy Hilfiger, because he's bought 1 million of that same piece that you got, he can afford to sell it for $20, half of what you know what you're doing.
That's another thing, because Tommy Hilfiger's people is gonna pay
Generation-
full price
Wait.
instead of coming to me asking for a discount.
But Tommy
Right,
Hilfiger
facts.
came from generational wealth. A lot of them come from generational wealth.
That's
Still.
how do you
Money's
think they
gotta
built
be made.
generational
And
wealth?
that's what I'm
It didn't
saying.
just magically appear. Somebody had to do something smart.
Somebody had to do something.
That was smart
Right.
to generate that bread, and
So when people
we
say-
can do that
right.
too. That's what I'll be trying to tell.
Right.
Like you, it's really a matter of getting out of your own way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you say, you know, people who you're around are stagnant. But you know, I used to hear all the time when I was a kid from my parents, you are who you hang around. If you hang out with losers,
You're gonna be a loser.
you're gonna be a loser.
You need to be around people who
You're gonna
elevate
have to
you.
be around people that's winning. You have to, because them types of people, you can't procrastinate around them.
Right, but you know what? That's
They not gonna let you be
building
stagnant.
affirmations into your kids, though.
Yeah,
you know, so you
but
have to
that's
talk
where
to
it
them.
starts. Too.
Right.
Yeah, with your children.
My mom, one of her ex-boyfriends, he was telling me that this was when Sean was, and I haven't done well, which is a good thought. I'm thinking about it now. Like, So he was telling me like every day you tell him you're gonna do great things. And that's speaking life into your kids. Like I remember growing up, like I still grapple with a lot of insecurities, like the way I look, you know, different things like that. But you know what? I always I really tell Zuri every day, you know what, you're pretty.
Good.
You know, don't say you would be pretty if.
That positive reinforcement.
You know, and we need that. And you don't get it in the black community because we feel like we have to go that much. We gotta push our kids so much further, but you gotta do it in a positive way. Don't knock me while you pushing me.
Right. And some kids don't need that. Some kids don't need the reinforcement. Some kids just know this is my goal. This is where I'm going.
I mean,
Some kids need that and will benefit from that.
right. Some kids get it out the mud. Like, okay, I've been knocked down all my life, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna be a survivor. Yeah.
Right.
Some people, it was the best thing for them.
It's true.
To just to come about the dirt.
But
They're
Yeah,
always
that's the
going to
greatest
appreciate
thing.
it when they get there.
Bruh, that was my greatest achievement was being an alcoholic.
every good thing.
Word.
No, that makes
your
Wait, look, I'm not
greatest
looking
No,
achievement.
it was. It makes
No, no, no.
that makes
It
perfect.
led to-
It led to you.
It was his
achieving.
greatest achievement
right.
because look at where it led him to.
Exactly.
So the best thing he could have done was drink himself stupid
Right.
No.
and damn near die a few times.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
Yes.
I bet you can high five on
No,
that. Hey.
fuck all that.
No.
Here, give me some.
Bro,
Because
if
I
was
agree.
not an alcoholic,
I agree
if I did not
wholeheartedly.
go through that shit,
It
I
would
would not be where I'm at
today. Thank you.
You're saying that, but that's not
That's
necessarily
not
true.
necessarily.
Yes, it is.
it is.
It's perfect. It makes perfect sense. Here's why. Had that not occurred, the best thing he could have done was completely fuck himself up.
I
Yes.
refuse to sit here and call alcoholism an achievement.
For him, it
I'm
was.
just not
an
gonna say it's
achievement.
okay.
Him overcoming his
Yes,
alcohol
yes.
addiction
But I had to
is
go
his,
through that.
might be his greatest achievement.
Okay, again.
That's
Okay.
true.
No.
But I had to go
Fuck
through
that.
No, because what?
No.
Look what he
No.
does for a living. It led to his job. It led
No.
to everything.
But he
Not
could've-
overcoming
He
it,
could still
being
have
in
that
it.
job
Yeah.
though.
Being in it, he wouldn't be able to relate to the people
Right.
he works with because he was involved in it.
Exactly. But
you
So
don't
being
know-
a,
well, you
being
know that.
all encompassing.
Is itself though.
Being all encompassing
but we're saying that.
made him
That's what I
relatable.
said. That's
I can go to school. Fuck that. I can
My
go to school.
diabetes
Hold
is
on,
the
son.
greatest
Fuck
Hold
that.
on,
No,
listen.
I just want to do
Hold
what
on,
you did.
listen.
Fuck that.
I can go to school and become a counselor, drug and alcohol counselor.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I did that for a little while. Didn't like it. Didn't pay shit. So
No.
I can do that, but I can't relate to the people sitting across from me to talk to them about drug and alcohol. Cause I ain't never shot up nothing in my vein. I ain't did a couple things. But he can sit here and say, hey, that alcoholism's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It can take you down a dangerous path. He can be like, I fell down the steps. I did this. That makes him more relatable than me. They will listen to him before they listen to me. I got 3 degrees hanging on the wall, but they'll still listen to him because he can relate. He knows where they've been behind the liquor store sucking dick to get a bottle of Skull, nigga. I don't know.
That's what you was saying.
What you mean?
What the fuck?
You was watching people behind the back
Nigga.
of the liquor store sucking dick.
It was a joke,
Do
nigga.
that,
I felt like
I
Yeah.
refuse to say
Females.
that alcoholism is a up.
But
Not to say
I
that
think we
I'm
got-
not
we got
proud
a
of my
50-50
boy
split on
for
this
one.
overcoming
I get
his
what you're saying.
obstacles
I get what you're saying.
because that it was
That,
your,
it was
your
right.
willpower.
I
It was
Right.
will
And
and
I agree with
determination that
I
did
know
that.
it. I get
Not
what
the
you're saying.
bottle.
Right.
But I'm
But
saying
alcohol
it
didn't
could have
do
been
shit.
it could have been any vice though. It could have been any vice.
Exactly. It could have been anything.
It
You know what
could've
I'm
been.
So
saying?
don't alcohol
He could have
didn't
got
do
his
it.
ass whooped in
You
the street
did,
one
right.
day and had an epiphany.
Right.
Oh man, I gotta learn how to do this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Alcohol didn't do it.
But that ass
you
whooping
did
was
it.
not a blessing.
It's a catalyst then, motherfuckers.
It's like going through what do you call those? I had to go through the dirt. You know, what I'm
Trials
saying?
and tribulations.
See,
I had
that's
to
what
go
I'm
through.
saying.
I had to go through the dirt to get out on the other side.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate the dirt. Is what I'm
You
saying.
appreciate the battle.
Exactly.
I appreciate
I can
it.
see how you could say I appreciate overcoming
Yeah.
alcoholism.
Yes. There we go.
And I'm not gonna say alcoholism is up. Not.
I'm not saying that it is.
I will say it.
I'm
I'll say for
confused.
him it was a up.
No.
For him.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you just dug into that one because it ain't.
But if it never happened to
sit
me,
your
like
red
I
ass
said, I
over
wouldn't be
there.
the
It's
happiest
alright.
I am.
Right.
So, as is what it is. My nigga feel me.
What the fuck?
He got to put his head down in his phone.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Suck a dick. guest.
It's been a while.
Everybody enjoy her, and she won't be back again.
You said that the last time she was here.
And she ain't been here for a minute, has she?
Well, that clearly wasn't the last
But-
time.
I'll be back. I hurt my feelings.
They ain't coming back. Mom.
I'll be back.
The point is that take this show for example. Shit, this show started off with one mic, one computer, and went from there, and sounded and looked like shit. And
Yeah, me getting mad like, yo, niggas, y'all niggas.
Yeah,
doing
facts.
Shit. Like,
See,
what the fuck,
closed
nigga?
mouth
Facts.
don't get fed.
Well, I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? We day ones, nigga.
Hey, motherfucker.
We all rode the same
I'm
goddamn
supposed
bus,
to be on
nigga.
the fuck. Hey,
The fuck, nigga? I'm getting on this show.
the point is that I was trying to make before sensitive nigga brought up. The point is that it comes out of something. You build, you grow.
Right.
You can't be
Right.
afraid of failure because
No matter what it is.
we could have sat up here and said, "Fuck that, that shit ain't gonna do nothing, man."
No matter what.
And we
it
sat
is.
with nobody watching, nobody doing nothing, nobody nothing. You know what I mean?
But you know what? And it speaks to a lot of things. Like a friend of mine, which I'm gonna go ahead and shout out her little business. Well, it's not a little business, but it's she has a lash line, and she sells Sedity lashes, and I think it's Sweet Night Sleepwear. And they're on Facebook, but she really when she
Did you
wants
just
something,
shamelessly plug her
I
shit
did.
without?
That's my boo. Hey, Keandra, girl.
Well,
But
We're
what I'm
gonna need
saying
some
is,
advertising revenues.
once she dug into it, like she really went there. You know what I'm saying? Because she kind of have a follow on social media. So those things, like when you dig into it, once you get in the thick of it, you kind of do move. But I like to be around people like that, or my cousin who has a daycare. You know, but like I said, she's the one that when we were talking about at work. She has a daycare. She really stepped out on it, and she's been doing daycare for years now. And it's really good. Like, she has a lot of good ideas. Like, we really sit up and play off each other with ideas and things like that. Like, those are the people you want to be around. People who are going to build you up and kind of tweak and
good
critique
to-
what you're doing.
And that helps. It's good to be around people, but just always remember it starts within yourself.
Right.
You don't need nobody. You need nobody but yourself.
But when you are in a situation, as far as when you need someone there to kind of hold you accountable, those are the people that you want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
I agree with that. I don't want no negativity around me. I
Right.
feel
Did you
on
say
that.
negativity?
No.
Same
That's
thing.
a word.
Same thing.
But I like
Negativity.
that.
I was about to coin
That is about
shit.
to be a hashtag
Stop using
Why
negativity.
do you wear
That's-
that fucking t-shirt?
That's gonna be a
today?
shirt. That is
Wait.
definitely gonna be a
That was
shirt.
negativity.
Negativity. I like it.
Talk
Negativity.
off me, negativity.
NIGGATIVITY. I like it.
Yes.
Negativity.
Yes.
That's gonna be a
But-
shirt, and
And
we
yes,
just
I'll
that's
totally-
copywritten, bitch.
And I'll say it right here and right now. I'm totally fine with any Caucasian people
Yes.
wearing this shirt
Yeah.
because I don't like that.
I'm
shit.
fine with it.
I'm just saying.
I ain't in that conversation, but
Yeah, that's fine. Business is business.
Right. Money is money.
Right.
If you wanna buy it, you can buy it.
Y'all tripping black and white. The only color that matters
black
is green.
friend.
out
I
this
sure don't want to see a
motherfucker.
white person work well. I don't need no negativity shirt on.
Yeah, I know you're gonna get scraped, but you know,
fuck?
I'm just saying I'm cool with it.
You
I
said
say everybody.
what you're saying is buy the shirt, but I ain't in what happens after that.
I mean, look, I'm not into a lot of shit that happens after that. With our first shirt,
Right.
shameless plug,
Right.
there on the screen.
Right on the screen. Assassins are
that
cheaper
shirt right
than-
there. I'm not advocating anybody kill anybody.
Assassins are cheaper than divorce.
I am not advocating that. What happens after you buy my shirt? People see it. Then whatever happens. That's got nothing to do with
Get
me.
mocked up
I've
and your
worn that
shirt gets
shirt
ripped
out.
up, buy
People
another
look
one.
at it
Shit.
and ain't gonna say
Buy
shit
another
to
shirt
me.
when you heal.
It's like I'm six.
When you get
I'm
out the
6'2",
hospital, buy another
230 pounds. They don't want that.
But you know
They don't
what?
know how to do.
But it's also kind of speaking to fear of failure. Like, you know, I love the whole concept that you guys have. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my friend, and I've been to how long when you guys first started, I was like, dang, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Good
But
minute.
again, it was like I kind of start up with everything, and then I slow down. So, you know, it's good to see people, especially successful people, doing what you want to do, because that makes you like, I think I have a lot to say, and it's not just, hey, you know, sometimes when people talk, they don't talk with facts, or they don't have a decent content. It's real surface.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's the
just-
thing about this show that I like. It's a deeper conversation.
Yeah, we tried to.
That was the whole point.
Thank
That
you.
was the whole point. So thank you.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
coming. Wait on me.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
We encourage the more the merrier. You know?
Jump on this bitch.
We'll,
You know what
you
I'm
get
saying?
started, we'll come to your shit. We'll come do a guest appearance.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Or you
I
get
would
to
love
be in
it.
control, and you can tell us, "Hey, I ain't having them
It's
back."
so cold too.
Right.
I can sit here right now, motherfuckers start
Cut your
talking. I
mic
just
off.
turn your shit off. Be like,
Right.
Now
Now
to
you-
hear that bullshit.
Now you got no voice, son. Oh, and Rated R Superstar T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Should just go straight up X.
Didn't you get yours already?
No, your old lady never seen it.
Did you pay?
Told me. No, she said she was still making it.
Oh.
So I just after
She's
that
a
I
busy
forgot.
lady.
She busy.
Yeah, she busy.
Yeah.
Super.
This nigga said, "Did you pay?"
Oh, but you
How
know
the fuck
what,
y'all gonna
though?
hold me
If
hostage?
you pay,
I mean, I guess if
shit
we're kind
quicker. I'm
of
just
plugging
saying.
things, let me go ahead and make sure I
Business.
plug She
Kind of
Cares.
how it works, you know.
Let me plug She Cares Daycare and DK Big Accessories. So if you need jewelry
What
and
the
things
fuck?
like that, DK Big Accessories. Sorry, I'm done.
Did you want to plug your was it Wild Style
Oh,
or Wild Man or
coming
Animal
soon,
House?
Coming soon. I will be.
It's-
Better see some sponsorship.
That's what,
Hit
that's
this
what I
Cash
said.
App.
I said same thing I
You know,
said.
I'm gonna cook you a nice meal. What do you want to eat?
You gotta
I'm black.
feed-
I'm gonna feed you.
We know how to cook.
That's
You hear me?
niggas.
I'm black.
That's
I'm gonna
niggas.
feed
White
you.
folks will be like, "Here, how much is a sponsorship package?"
Right.
Black folks will be like, I cook you a meal. You want me
Right.
to cook you a meal?
Nah,
This ain't the barter system, nigga. We
Right.
ain't in no
not a fucking
the
cook.
40s,
Listen,
motherfucker.
when I'm able to take care of all y'all, I can do that. But right now, I gotta make it how I gotta get it how I live. You hear me?
I feel that. That's how we out here.
The facts.
Right now, I'm
Trying to
working on my
deal.
lash line, Animal House Beauty. It came from my dad, so it's really reminiscent of some. Did you
You,
come on
you
my
calling
phone?
it Animal House?
Yes.
Yo.
So my dad had a social club. So
Oh, okay,
and my
I
dad
get you.
died when I was 3,
Oh, all right.
and so that's where that comes from.
Oh yeah, I'm busy,
So
yo.
that's where it came
But she
from.
was,
And
brought it to me. It was like, oh,
I
sorry.
was-
Go ahead.
so it's Animal House Beauty, and I am trying to work on doing a podcast with my friend. I think we're gonna kind of the melon and mix up because I think I wanted to have it be an all-encompassing thing, and just a show where we make drinks and we laugh and we talk and we deal with everything from everyday life for women, you know, in politics and cooking and your badass kids.
Yeah, I try to avoid politics,
Politics,
but
fuck
more
that.
power to you though.
Yep.
Just because I don't like politicians, I ain't got nothing nice to say about them.
Well, you know what? I think I never used to, but you know, I was talking to my sister about it, and it's like we are really, and I speak more so really black people because you know, you talk to a lot of black. I'm not voting because ain't nobody right, and it's not that.
Thank
but
you. That's what I said.
a lot of things you need to educate yourself on.
Yeah, exactly.
And even though
Learn
they're not
more.
right, like I was talking to people at work, like they always talk about how the union's not right and this. I'm like, well, if you don't get yourself involved, you don't have a voice. So don't keep talking about
Whoa.
what's not right, and you're not doing
Thank
anything
you.
to change the things that
If
are going
you-
on. It's gonna take
Thank
time.
you.
It's gonna be hard. We gotta fight. But if Harriet Tubman never brought us over the fucking river, you know what I'm saying? Like, fight for what you feel is right. It may not even change with you, but maybe you inspire somebody else.
Exactly.
Leave on for these fucks.
What? It depends on what election you're talking about. You talking about local
I'm
election?
talking about, of course, we vote local. I'm
always
talking about
vote
the
local.
president.
Because that's where I feel like the only change
That's
is
the
going.
only
That's
change.
the
That's the
only
only
place
change.
that affects
And
change.
I
The
agree
only
with
place
that.
that affects
Well,
change is
I
the
always
local
vote local.
election.
I always
Right.
vote local.
Local
But
election.
I-
shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing
Nah.
though, because that was where the conversation started.
That's where motherfuckers need to
So
get
my
Facts.
sister,
Legislation.
right? I was talking to
Thank
my
you.
sister, and she usually votes. Is Democrat, Republican, and what's the other one?
Independent.
Independent. She usually
Yeah.
votes independent, and the reason being is because a lot of the people, even the Democrats, they like she was saying, like Biden was one of the people that co-authored the mandatory minimum.
Look,
So she,
and-
Kamala
Sorry,
Harris
I don't mean to
incarcerated
cut you
more
off.
black men
The
than.
presidency, all they do is just
It's a
sign
figurehead.
shit.
It's a figurehead.
Right.
yeah.
Legislation in your community is
Is
the
where
shit
you
that
affect
gets
change.
changed.
okay, I was going there because
Change.
that's who is going to make up your electoral college. Your electoral college is who nominates your president.
Right.
So we can vote all day and that ain't going for a president. That's not going to mean anything.
Doesn't mean
But
shit.
a lot of black people don't know that and don't understand that. Especially me. I'm looking at it now and I'm getting more involved now.
Thank you. Good.
But it's learning, and if nobody's talking about it, we don't know.
Yeah, I think that's another. I got called a coon for saying fuck Kamala Harris. Have y'all followed her track record? Do some research and then come back and talk to
Fuck
me.
all of them.
But I think
Because
people
I
get so caught
got,
up and
and I'm
she's
like,
Democrat. It's
well, she's a
okay.
black woman. I was like, first, she's only a quarter black, and second,
I don't care what.
check her track record. and then tell me this is the woman you really want to vote for.
I mean,
But
but it's
good
one
luck
of
to
those hard
you.
things because they had brought up an article of Joe Biden's where he was saying that he didn't want to segregate schools, and it's like, so do you accept that he wants change, or is he just doing that because the niggas gonna get me in? I'm fucking with them,
It's all horse shit. Vote locally. That's your local election is all that really
That's
matters.
anyway.
But anyway, we're gonna
You
move
can actually
along.
put pressure on your
'cause-
local politicians.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
The president all the way in Washington, he don't give a fuck about what you talking about.
You can go knock on that door for the mayor.
And that's been all the presidents, even Barack.
You can get a meeting. Yeah.
Right. Like, look,
Anyway, what else going on?
I don't know, but yeah, so we're going to plug
Go
a
ahead.
little update. Wild Unicorn Designs can now do your own Bitmoji on your face mask. And if you want to send in a picture, they can put a picture on the face
They can put a
mask.
picture on my face, man.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay, wife, do your
What about
thing.
tumblers too? Cups?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She can do cups too.
Yeah, she does cups. Yeah.
Okay, well, tell her
She
we
does
might have to
cups.
network on some things.
So, if she's still watching, babe, she was watching a minute ago.
She's busy. She
I
got
know, that's what she
shit to
says.
do.
She's like, I'm busy.
I'm busy, yo.
Yeah.
Right. She said I'm busy, yeah. So
Okay.
we'll tell her, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, Wild
Plug her
Unicorn Designs. Go check that out for all your face masks, t-shirts, cups, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Okay.
we got a
You
request
should
for
have made
another.
that picture into a shirt.
We got a request for another shirt. Somebody says they need one of the Assassins or cheaper shirts.
Yep.
We definitely got you covered.
Go back real quick. I'm about to show you something. That you need to make that one picture into
Anywho.
a shirt.
I know what you're
We're
talking
gonna go
about.
ahead and wrap this shit
But
up.
yeah, so,
Since we went left and stayed left, but the
it
topic
was
today
we
was
covered. We covered.
we covered
No,
the
I
topic,
mean,
Maybe
but
the fear of failure.
The thing is, what
Sprinkling, Mike.
it
It's
all is. It's an all-encompassing thing.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
That's almost you could almost do a whole week conversation about it because it covers so many things and it's a lot deeper than what we really touched today.
Winners are gonna win, and I say that because I never thought at my age I would have somebody mentor me in a business where that would be so much younger than me. They're younger than I am, and they're teaching me a lot of shit. So
Right.
it's like that. You just gotta.
It's that drive.
You gotta change. For a lot of people, not necessarily me now, because my circle's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't keep fucks around me. But yeah. So for some people, they gotta change their circle. For some people, they just gotta change their mentality and their attitude.
mentality.
Man.
Right.
You know.
But yeah,
Once they start believing they can win, you see how all the doors is gonna open for you to win.
I mean, it's just because there's a lot of people, like, especially in the hood, that are circled around negativity and savageness and all that, but yeah, they make it in their mind, I'm getting about this motherfucker no matter what.
But you
You
got.
know what I'm saying?
I was trying not to cut you off.
No,
but you
go
got
ahead.
people on the opposite end of the spectrum who are like, they revel in that shit, and they don't. They have only known they are the man in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they are
The face.
comfortable in that neighborhood.
Yeah, the
and they
face
don't
of
want
the
anything to do with anything outside of
Or
that
not even-
neighborhood.
and they're gonna make sure they break people down to make sure that they don't come for their spot in that neighborhood.
But there's so much more to life. I'm like,
Right.
do you understand how much you missing out? I give you an example one time. I was in.
Those people have a fear of others outgrowing them.
Okay.
Fear is fear.
I had a partner in college. He couldn't tell me. We went to his hometown for the weekend. We just piled in the car and rode up there because we had shit else going on. This dude couldn't tell me how to get from his neighborhood on the east side to the mall on the north side. He had never gone out there. And I'm like, so you got a whole
Right.
3/4 of this town of your city that you don't even know anything about. All you know is the east side, and that's it. And I'm like, you've never ventured out. The only place he had been was the east side of his home city, and college,
It's fucking crazy, bro. But it'd be like,
and that which was an hour and a half away.
How you go your whole life and never venture around your own city?
Fear, man, fear of
That's
the
true.
unknown.
that's true.
Scared. Well, not really that. Plus, his family was telling him, "Don't go over there with them. Stay from over there." And that fear encapsulated him, and now he's like, "I can't go over there."
I mean, fear gets
You
deep.
tell me I can't go over there. I'm like,
I'ma
why?
go.
Fear
I
gets
want to know
deep.
why. What's over there you don't want me to see? It might be better. It might be worse.
I ain't saying you gotta get out your car. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like I get what you're
Speed
saying.
through that
See,
bitch.
that's like we
Yeah.
talk about the racism
Yeah.
in the police department. Yeah, it has to do with race, but it's the fear of the unknown in the race. Them motherfucking cops are just scared, bro. Because the police department, when they come in, the older cops, that were brought up tell them this, and this about the black community, this, and it's a fear thing. A lot of times them cops never lived in a black neighborhood, never been to a black neighborhood. They live in their community.
It's from both sides of the fence.
They feel safe in their white community, so they don't travel outside of that shit. Then they become a police officer. Now they're thrown into the jungle, as they say, and when they get feared, and they ended up shooting unarmed black folks. Some are just made plain hatred and stuff like that, but it all stems from fear, I think.
Well, maybe one day we'll solve that riddle.
We won't, but
It's,
But
but until then, I'm gonna be thugging behind that project build. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say that silly shit. Excuse me, Corona. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, man. For today, everybody's got came through and appreciated. Came to talk smack. Had a pretty good show today. Because, I mean, I feel like what we talked about today was really relevant for any and everybody in the world. As far as, like, winning and losing in life, you know, you got to get control of your fear, and you have to, you can't let it control you. You cannot let fear be, well, I guess it could motivate you if you're running from a dog or something. But you can't let it control you to the point where it keeps you from success. Because... well, at the end of the day, the only person you can rely on is yourself. And keep chugging along, man. Failure does not necessarily mean you are a failure.
true.
Facts.
It just
True.
means you failed at this. And I posted a meme not too long ago that says people getting knocked down was an accident, staying down is a choice.
That's real shit.
That's real shit. So, till the next time, people, I love y'all. Thanks for everybody who checked out the show, who's watching the show later, and who's in here watching the show now. We love y'all. And anything else before we check up out of here, people? You got
thank you.
anything? Anyone?
Subscribe, motherfucker.
Okay. I was just going to say thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe with your friends. I see the number is steadily growing. I'm not going to try to bully you into subscribing.
Fuck
Like,
that shit.
I do this for fun anyway.
that
Build
nigga
you a
down-
team.
Oh, that nigga down there.
build you a team around you that's gonna push you, that's gonna make you, hold you accountable for what you are and what you aren't doing.
I'm trying to build a team right now. You want to be on my team?
Depends on what that team encompasses.
Business. I ain't talking about no weird shit.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying. I know where you're going.
I'm always talking about business. Unless you know, I get a couple drinks in.
It's a harem. I want
Two
two
chicks. Trying to
chicks.
build no.
We build a
Anyway, this, if it didn't go
You
left,
went left,
it wouldn't
nigga.
be right. It
Exactly.
wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right.
You went left though. Just
So,
saying. Just
yeah.
pointing that out.
Just anywho, I'm trying to rap and trying to give everybody a chance to shout out what they wanted to shout out before we go, and
Thank
we
you,
did.
thank you,
So
thank you.
that is that. Until the next time, peace.
Definitely.
Nigga, he ain't even turned the thing off yet.
They know.
This nigga be like, go.
Lights are still out.
They know.
Thank you.